Welcome to this video podcast from the Society of Caballerians. Today we're going to discuss a question that the name specialists in the office receive quite often, and the question is, how long will it take before I will feel the benefit of a new balanced name? So before we answer that question, let's just take a step back and review what exactly is a balanced name. A balanced name is a name that is mathematically balanced using the Caballerian philosophy's understanding of the relationship of mathematics to language, so that name is balanced to your inner potential. And your inner potential is determined from your date of birth. And that's the core purpose of who you really are. It's your innate qualities. It's the power that's really within you that is striving to express. So a balanced name will allow that inner quality to come through in your thoughts, in your speech, in your actions, in your total being. One of the problems with a name that is not mathematically balanced is that it can have many restrictions, both in your personality, in your restriction in self-expression, in your peace of mind. It can have health weaknesses. And a simile that you can think of is like you have a stake in the ground and you have a bungee cord to you, and that stake in the ground is your name that has these restrictions. And you can do certain self-improvement and you get so far away, but then you just snap back to what that name is causing you, compelling you to be. And so when you take on a balanced name, it's like you've cut that bungee cord and now you're able to move away and gradually change from how you were. And so the question is, well, you've changed your name. How long is it going to take before you see the changes? There are many factors involved in how long it will be before you feel the full effect of the balanced name. And so one of the factors is well, how consistent are you in using it? Some people, when we quiz them on, they say, well, I haven't noticed very much of a change yet. And we say, well, are you using it all the time? And they say, oh, I use it all the time, except my wife doesn't call me that and people at work. Well, person hasn't really made the commitment to changing their name and to establishing it. And that establishing of the balanced name involves having those around you call you by your new name, also by making the formal legal name change, because then you're actually, in a sense, making it public. This is who I am now. And so by making that legal name change, eventually changing all your ID and so forth, which is part of the practical steps you have to do, all that is establishing that new balanced name. And as you do that, based on your decision to change your name, you'll get a faster effect from the balanced name. The second factor is the age, and it only stands to reason that if you're changing your name when you're 20 years of age versus 40, the effect may be faster because you've had that old name for only 20 years versus 40 years or 60 years. We find it quite often where parents change their names of a youngster, some of their children, that if a youngster is like 8 or 9 years old, the change is quite rapid because they're very young and the patterns aren't fully established. But no matter what your age is, if you make the decision and are consistent in using it, having other people call you that, make that legal name change, the effects will be pronounced day by day, month by month, and even year by year. The third factor in how long it will take is your understanding of the qualities that make up your old name. And so that is one of the reasons why we encourage people to take the Life Analysis Training online course, so you can really understand the mathematical qualities both generally and specifically as they apply to you, because then you can understand, oh, these weaknesses are relative to my old name, and then you're more conscious of what those qualities are versus the qualities of your balanced name, and that mental awareness coupled with the mental effort will accelerate the change of the balanced name. You have to realize that the balanced name isn't a magic pill. All it is giving you the tools so that you can make the change. When you cut that bungee cord from that stake in the ground, you still have to make the effort to move out, but at least you're not snapping back to the qualities of that old name. You're able to move out into new territory and mentally explore the whole beautiful experience of life. There's no time like today and to make a change. And we had somebody who called up a couple weeks ago and they ordered a balance name recommendation, and that's fine. But the unfortunate part is that they had contacted us over 10 years ago. They received a name report, but for various reasons they didn't make that change. And so there was 10 years that was lost of not having the benefits of the balance name. And so many people, when they do change their name, virtually every case say, I wish I had done this much sooner. So again, life is short, don't waste it. So we really encourage you to look into the power of a balanced name and how it can change every area of your life and make your life everything that it really could be. So remember, change your name and you can change your life.